Hey, this is Christy Whitman with the Quantum Success Show, where you can get your information and inspiration to create your desires. And I like to use a lot of my personal stories to share the manifestation process, and I know a lot of you appreciate it as well. So I wanted to share an amazing story of how easy and flowing what you want to manifest can be. As you might know, Frederick and I had a house in Montreal and also Arizona. We lived 6 months and 6 months. We were traveling and being able to really have good weather all throughout the year and be able to spend time with both of our families. And that was having it all for us. And then one day we just decided that it started to have more resistance having two homes and having the boys go to two different schools. So in a conversation my husband and I had, Frederick and I had, we decided that it was time to put the house up in Montreal for sale. Now, a couple years before that, we wanted to build a house in Montreal. We tried to put the house up for sale. We didn't have one person that came and saw the house. It was just not the time. And we get that now because one of the things I want to bring up is timing. A lot of times we think that it needs to be in our timing. And we get frustrated, like, what am I doing wrong if I'm not manifesting this? Because here I'm this, manifester. We put the house up for sale, I think it was about 3 years ago, and nothing. So, and then we couldn't get the house. We couldn't build our dream house in Montreal. But all of it was such a blessing and worked out. Because of that, we actually bought a second house in Arizona, which my husband, my kids, we all enjoy being in Arizona in the winter. We enjoy the family and friends that we have. We really enjoy our lifestyle in Arizona. Not in the summer, but the rest of the year. So what we decided to do in a conversation was to sell the house in Montreal. And before we did this, there was a few steps that I want to tell you what we did. The first thing that we did is we sat down and we decided what is the amount that we wanted to get for the house. What kind of buyers did we want? We want someone that comes in, just sees the house, says, yes, I'm ready to make an offer. We wanted someone that came in and saw the beauty of the furniture because we obviously didn't need that furniture anymore because we had the furniture in Arizona. So the person that wanted to come and buy the house wants some of the furniture. We also did a process where we took the deed of our house and we energetically gave it to God, the universe, to Goddess, and said, here, we're handing you the deed so that you have the perfect buyer. And we envisioned the deed of our house being given to the perfect buyer. So these are things we energetically did. But one of the things that amazed us is when we went to go tell our friend who happened to be a realtor out of a, thoughtful, just wanting to let you know we're not going to go with you because we want to keep business and personal, separate. We decided to go with another realtor. He said, I might have a buyer for you. Would you give me a chance? Would you let me, show your house tonight? We didn't have the house prepared or ready because we didn't have a contract with anybody. We hadn't listed the house. We didn't have a sign in front of our house, nothing. So we said, sure. That night, he had 2 different people come to go see the house. The second person wanted to see it again the next day. And it was Halloween, so we said, no, we'll pass. But on Wednesday, the day after Halloween, he came back, and the next day we had an offer. Within 6 days, we not only had what we wanted, the timing of when they wanted to take possession of the house, he wanted some of the furniture. Everything worked out so well. So it worked out. It was a win-win-win for everybody. It worked out for the realtor, who was our friend. It worked out for us, and it worked out for the buyer. And all of it was seamless. It was effortless. And it was the exact situation that we wanted. And when I looked back and I was talking to Frederick about, what do you think the difference was? What do you think happened now that didn't happen 3 years ago when we put the house up for sale? Well, the thing is, the boys were able to develop some really amazing relationships, and they were where they needed to be. Obviously, our idea of having it all changed, and we were able to buy the house in Arizona. But the biggest thing, and Frederick will admit this, is that 3 years prior, he was not ready. And now he was ready. And when you are resistant, you cannot manifest. If you do manifest, it's very bumpy and it's very, it's tough and hard and you have to push through it. But when you're ready, when you say I'm ready, when you allow, It's that whole law of allowing. When you say, yeah, I'm ready, the universe can then bring through all the things that are literally waiting for you. The divine in you is the one that gives you your desires in the first place. So the fact that you say, I desire to sell my house, I desire to buy a new one, I desire to have a child, I desire to get a new job, I desire to make more money. All of those ideas are coming from the only giver that there is, and that's the divine. And the divine goes out in front of you, almost like the yellow brick road in front of you, goes out in front of you and paves the way. So the fact that you have ideas, that's the divine that gave you those ideas and the way in which to create those things. But if us, as the co-creative partner in this experience, is resisting it, the divine can only do what the divine can do. But as when we take the brakes off and we get into a place of allowing and we say, I'm ready. I'm ready to have that success that I say I want. I'm ready to finally have my financial freedom and my situation finally change. I'm ready to have the love of my life. I'm ready to give up a vice that's been hurting me and harming me in some way. When you yourself are ready, you get into an allowing state, and that's when things manifest. It's important to know what you want, why you want it, how you're going to feel. But the biggest thing is you have to be ready and you have to allow. I hope this has been helpful. Please leave me a comment. Let me know how this information has impacted you. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Thanks for watching, and here is a related video to watch right now. Also, check out my free webinars on creating whatever you want in your life using the universal laws that I explain in each webinar. So share your thoughts by leaving a comment and continue the conversation at ChristyWhitman.com.